Good morning and welcome back to Grow Joyfully. We were away for 3 days. We had a nice friend of my daughter's looking after the place. Because of the crazy watering situation in this garden, some of the things look a little bit rough. She did water it for us 2 days ago, and we appreciate her help. But it's time to have a first look at the garden once you get back from vacation. So I'm excited about that. Let's see what's going on. First of all, here's a sleeping bee. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's get started. Time to harvest a bunch of cucumbers. So I'm going to need both hands to do that, but I have a feeling we're going to find a lot of them. There's one here. And a little one here. I've got to probably make more pickles and then try to sell the rest at the farm stand. The burden of abundance, says Jess from Roots and Refuge Farm. Here's some more. Smaller ones, smaller. One here and here. Okay, time to harvest some cucumbers. This is what I've harvested just from this hoop right here. Now it's time to go to this hoop and that end of the hoop. Check this tripod out. Gotta tie up the pole beans here and then go over there to the cucumber wall. Cucumber melon wall. There's a lot less smoke this morning. I hope they're getting the fires under control up in the mountains where I grew up. Sending a lot of prayers and love up there to them. It's a kind of a serious time of year when it's so hot and dry. There's so many fires. They're surrounding the area where I grew up, which is very scary. So if you want to send a few prayers towards central Idaho, it would be greatly appreciated. I'm going to have to tame this pole bean plant. So it's looking a little bit crazy here. I've cut a few things off and tied up even more. There's the first flower I've noticed. These are the Anasazi beans. We've got some dragon tongue beans growing here. So far they're just at the flower stage. Oh look, there's a tiny one right there. Put my shears down. We see it? It's a striped bean too. It's a bush bean and it kind of comes out yellow with purpley red stripes. Very, very cute. We took the nasturtiums out and it does look better in here. Harvested a few carrots. Look at that sage. It is so happy. The rosemary's getting bigger. And we did plant some beans here where the thyme was supposed to be growing. Oh, it looks like something got... Oh, a cat. Yeah, we don't have squirrels that come into the garden. Or rabbits. We have cats. Okay, time for more scat cat mat. The grass is obviously very tall, needs to be weed eated and mowed. The air is nice and soft. The breeze is soft this morning, but you can tell it's going to get hot very soon. It's only 8:30. The time of day, it's casting a shadow, so I apologize for that. The beets are looking great. The Mizuma, brassica there, everything needs to be watered. So that's quite a harvest. The ones that are upside down to me are too mature. So I'm just going to put these in the compost. And these over here, if you can see them, are the ones we're going to eat. So I think they'll grow a lot better. We have got a terrible infestation on this Brussels sprout plant, and I don't have a hose long enough to get out here. I need to give it a really good blast of water. And I might put a concoction of hydrogen peroxide, Blue Dawn, and neem oil on these guys. See if we can get them looking healthier. There's some Mountain Princess tomatoes to pick. We took some down to our son and his little family. We were so excited to see them. And it was hard to leave them, but we had to come back, so here we are. I've mixed up some more fertilizer with the organic Garden Tone plant, and it's herb and vegetable fertilizer, organic, and bone meal and blood meal. Also, I took out some alyssum that were definitely done from the little tiny stackable planters from the Dollar Tree, and it's time to put new soil in, and I'm going to try to grow a few of the shorter carrots. Also going to fertilize these pathetic pots. I need some weed screen to go underneath these pots. I usually don't have them here. Usually there are volunteer raspberries. But everything looks pretty wild and yucky right now. It's okay. You can still pick vegetables and fruit through the weeds. You can still feed your family. It's all worth it. You're still valid. Tell yourself that. Everything is good. I'm going to fertilize this pot here that has a marigold or two. In fact, I might remove these guys so we have room for the carrots and the basil to keep growing. It's hard to do sometimes because you've been trying to grow certain things, but I'm going to take out the marigolds and leave, see all the root structure. I'm going to try to transplant them somewhere else that they can have just for themselves. Lots of them grew here this year. Get one more out. They are so stinky. And then compare that to the basil that is so fragrant and beautiful. Got some carrots in there. Get some of that fertilizer down around their roots. And brush them off, because the fertilizer, even though it's organic, it can burn the leaves sometimes. So I try to get it off the leaves as much as I can, and I'm going to go through and water all this really well anyway. Time to put the new soil in. See if I can do it with one hand without pouring it everywhere. Okay, get bug off arm and tuck the soil in. Break up the little clumps. I'm going to put some fertilizer in. Usually, if your soil is healthy and well amended, you don't have to put fertilizer on it, and you shouldn't until the seeds have germinated and the plants have gotten bigger and stronger. But because of this growing situation, I'm not sure what's in the potting soil, and we have a limited time. I'm going to put some fertilizer in now, mix it up well. I'm going to water this soil, then I'm going to plant the carrot seeds. Now I'm planting the carrot seeds. It's all been watered. I'm going to have to keep it really watered well, especially over the next few weeks while the carrots germinate. It's such a temptation to just sit here in the shade and enjoy myself. But not only do I have a ton to do in the gardens, I get to see some grandbabies today. That does motivate me and make me extremely happy. Those grandbabies sure keep me going. I hope you have a lovely day, that you've enjoyed this walk through the crazy jungle we call the main garden. I haven't even been out to the pasture garden yet. That is going to be a craziness in itself. I think I got a few things done today. I've got to put the cucumbers in a bowl of water and keep them in the fridge. We need to restock the farm stand, go and feed and water animals. I'm just trying to get this garden really watered well. And I'm going to go around and put some of this new mixed up fertilizer, at least in the pots today. It'll take me a while to get the rest of this garden fertilized, but that is gardening. It is the long haul. It is the journey. It's not the destination. So you have a lovely day. Get out there and enjoy things outside, and get out there when it's cooler. Right now it's just after 9:30. It's still cool in the shade. I hope you love growing your garden as much as I do. I think I've got a second wind and I'm feeling a little more motivation with the temperatures coming down a bit. The days are shorter, which is hard for me, but it won't be as hot as long during the day. So that's good in a way to cut you some slack and give the plants a break, but it's also cuts down on your time that you can be outside working. But the seasons come, the seasons go, and I hope you can all grow joyfully today. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.